G'day viewers, how you doing? As always, I read these articles to improve the accessibility of the information for those who can't or won't go and read it for themselves. There's some news for TrainSim World 5 about the Cardiff City network coming soon. We've got a release date for this thing. Now, a little video popped out on YouTube today, so let's just have a quick look at that. It's showing us the 153, another one of the 153. Another one at Kogan, another one of the 153 at Kadid. It appears to be the dash of the 153 interior. Bit more 153, 2 cars, 153 again, 2 cars. This, I think, is the dash of the 150. It is the interior of the 150. This is a rebuilt model. I have seen some commentary that its sound seems to be the same as the Rivet one, so we'll see on that one. If you've got Great Western Express, you do get some AI traffic, and if you've got West Coast Main Line South, you'll get some freight traffic from that. Dual language signages, Millennium Stadium, bit of a shopping centre, nice old bridge, train leaving from Cardiff Bay, Penarth Station. Another view of Penarth from the other end. Corrigan. Another view of Corrigan. So it looks like a nice mix of urban and semi-urban cafes. Cardiff Students' Union building. So it's coming out on the 18th of March 2025. So that's not very far away, to be honest. And our springtime sprint continues with the arrival of more sprinters in TrainSim World. The story so far. So we know that this thing came out in the December reveal thing, and we had some stuff, and yes, there's some roadmap and some other exciting things like that. But let's get into the actual details. So the release of Cardiff City Network forms part of our springtime sprint, with other releases, sales, and preview streams taking place throughout the rest of March. Why can't I talk? This is the Cardiff City Network. This is the key art for the route, I would suggest, with a 150 and a 153 in view there. One's a single car, one's a 2 car. Croso I Gimru Cardiff City Network is the first Welsh route to come to TrainSim World, along with a new licensed operator in Transport for Wales, or TFW, which is, and this is going to be challenging, Trafnidaeth Cymru, maybe? This urban network style route add-on runs along separate branches with the Transport for Wales branded Class 150 DMU, along with the Class 153 Sprinter, which makes its debut in TrainSim World. We've got a route map here, along with some other bits. So we've got, what have we got? 21 stations with Corrigan, Whitchurch, Robina, Birchgrove, Tyglass, Heath High Level, Heath Low Level, Radia, Llandaff, Cafes, Cardiff Queen Street, or Cadid, Cardiff Bay, or Bakerdid, Cardiff Central, Grangetown, Kogan, Dingle Road, Penarth, Ninian Park, Warngron Park, Fairweather, and Danes Court. So it's quite a bit of the network, actually. So we were thinking this was quite a small release, and I think when we saw the original map, I think we were thinking it was somewhere around this sort of area. But it's actually quite a significant part of the Cardiff network, so it's quite big, bigger than I expected. 21 stations is pretty cool. These things don't move all that fast, so it should be a bit of a run, even though it's only 21 stations. So looking at this, there's 6 different endpoints, which is what we see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's number 6? Oh, there, 6. Okay. And it's the BR Class 153/3, 153/9, so there's 2 versions of it, and the 150/2 diesel multiple units. Much of Cardiff's modern-day railway network owes itself to the rich history of South Wales coal mining. Lucrative efforts to harvest the Earth's black gold necessitated the use of railway lines through the valleys, and as such, many lines began spurring out from the soon-to-be Welsh capital and linking down to the docks. Did I just say capital? I think so. I clearly can't talk today. And that's a bit of a view out over Cardiff Central. It's a fairly old station set amongst some fairly modern precinct. I do like this, what is it, a water tower or something up there? It's kind of cool. With the passage of time and a growing populace, the scene became much more passenger-oriented, and today the city area is known as the Wales and Cardiff Local Routes, an urban network of lines operated by Transport for Wales. This route add-on features multiple branches and 19 stations stemming from the heart of the city and two principal stations, Cardiff Central and Cardiff Queen Street. Okay, so it is 21 stations. These two are in the middle and the others are on the outside. Very good. These branches are the Corryton line terminating at, surprise, Corryton, the Methia line as far as Redia, the City line terminating at Redia, the Boot Town branch line terminating at Cardiff Bay, the Penarth branch terminating at, surprise, Penarth. So we've got a PIS on the platform there, a 153 sitting in the platform. We do actually have people on the platform. That's a good sign. And that's Dingle Road Station. These branch lines all intersect and connect with one another around Cardiff's periphery, with iconic landmarks such as the Principality Stadium prominently placed next to the railway line. Canton Depot also features, hosting the trains included and providing empty car service gameplay on top of the passenger timetable. Each of the stations are adorned with Transport for Wales branding, including bilingual signage in English and Welsh, which emphasises the pride and passion with which the Welsh language is spoken and used within the capital city. I actually think it's not legal to not have Welsh signage where you have English signage. I do remember that from my trip. I do also remember that almost invariably the Welsh spoke English until they detected there was an English person there, and then they immediately switched to Welsh, which was, I thought, kind of funny. It's called making a point. Anyway, we see number 153362 sitting in a platform here. New to Train Sim World is the one-car Class 153 diesel multiple unit. These trains were originally two Class 155 trains that were split up for use on rural branch lines between towns and cities across most of Britain. Their original allocation saw action in the North, Midlands and East before further use as far south as Devon and Cornwall, and more recent use up in Scotland by ScotRail. This makes the Class 153 perfect for some free roam action across other British Train Sim World route add-ons in your collection. The unit is compatible with other diesel multiple unit trains in the game, including other members of the Sprinter family. It can be coupled and used with Class 150, 170, 158 and 142 and other Class 153s. It's kind of cool that they make that work, because there's often things that can't be coupled together in free roam because they do weird things. The unique nature of their creation from a two-car unit means that the cab ends differ quite significantly in size. The original cab end is bigger, with a small cab positioned where the connection would have been to its paired unit. The result is an asymmetrical layout, notable from the outside with the position of the exterior doors. I wonder if it's where the toilet was. The Class 153 will have working suspension animations, drive shaft animations and brake pad animations, and comes in two variants, a Class 153/3 full PRM compliant railcar and Class 153 night PRM compliant railcar. That's basically disability access from what I understand. The Class 150/2 Sprinter, it's the other unit that we're getting, shown here. More familiar to Train Sim World players will be the Class 150 diesel multiple unit, seen previously in the West Cornwall local add-on. In addition to its new paint job in Transport for Wales livery, the Class 150 has had significant changes to the exterior and interior model, as well as suspension animations, drive shaft animations and brake pad animations, also seen on the Class 153. The full list of changes to the model are: exterior, re-liveried to the Transport for Wales livery, plus many other texture improvements. Modified antenna to reflect the 150/2 version, new door controls, electronic destination board, new headlight design. In the cab, numerous control changes and component modifications to the cab. Addition of GSM-MR radio, addition of TPWS controls, lighting updates, texture changes to reflect the new cab variant. On the passenger interior, passenger compartments retextured to reflect Transport for Wales branding, labels and information signs. Many model modifications to reflect new layouts, such as additional plug sockets, bike racks and new bathrooms and other changes. New interior door controls, additional guard panels at rear doors, new furniture and seating layout, new door animations to match the new audio recordings. new audio recordings. I have heard the 150's got the same sounds, but maybe they've been remixed or something and supplemented with some other recordings. Timetables, scenarios, and gameplay. We'll just have to wait and see on the sounds, won't we? Feel free to complain. With separate branch lines, Canton Depot, and 2 trains to operate, there's plenty of gameplay to get busy with and around 500 playable services. This includes services along each of the branch lines: Cardiff Queen Street to Cardiff Bay, Cardiff Central to Penarth or Cogan, Cardiff Queen Street Central to Corryton, services to Radia along both Methria and City lines, empty car service shunts around Cardiff Central. Services representative of Transport for Wales rolling stock not featured in the add-on are included, using the Class 150 and 153, such as those run by Class 197s, 231s and a Class 67 locomotive in real life. Some of these services run out of the map via Cogan south of the city or Heath High Level north of the city, representing Barry Island Rimney services. Some Class 150 and 153 services will also feature conductor mode with functioning guard panels similar to other British rolling stock. So it's cool that they've used these to run the stock that they don't have for 2 reasons. The first one is it means it's a busier route, and it also means they've listened to the player community to say, put the trains in, don't just leave them empty. But the other thing it means is that in the future, should any of these come along as a DLC, they've already got space in the timetable. Just makes it easier to bung in another one. In this shot, we can see a pair, well, a 153 and a 150 heading in opposite directions, and a pair of HSTs in GWR livery. Players with other British add-ons in their collection will be able to see a variety of static and AI rolling stock around the route. Playable RHTT, that's Railhead Treatment Train services from Radia to Cardiff Central and again later in the day from Corryton to Heath Low Level are also available. The AI traffic will include a Flying Scotsman rail tour, Class 66 freight services from West Coast Main Line South, GWR HST services from Great Western Express arriving and departing Cardiff to out-of-map locations such as Bristol, London and Swansea. Static stock will also be seen at Canton Depot. A note for players on 8th generation consoles. After reviewing performance, we've amended the timetable to provide a suitable experience for those on Xbone and PlayStation 4. This timetable will not feature any additional service layers outside of the playable 150 and 153 services. Scenarios and gameplay. Well, actually, should just point out, Gen 8, it's time to update, mate. Scenarios and gameplay. There will be 5 scenarios called Welsh Translation, Branch Line Breakdown, Snowstorms, and St. David's Day Celebration. St. David's Day was, of course, celebrated recently on the 1st of March. I wonder if that was meant to be the release date originally. Interesting. Collectibles will include the standard route maps as well as unique references to wider Welsh culture, such as spelling bus, BWS. We can see here the dual languages used on the machines. And there's some leaks. A reference to JD, or JD. Leaks act as nod to our one and only leak master JD. Well, there you go. Reference to a national emblem of Wales, stemming from legendary soldiers allied to King Cadwaladr of Gwynedd. Welsh cakes, which are a local delicacy formed of sweet bread with fat and dried fruit. And love spoons, traditionally presented as in Wales as a gift of romantic intent. Guess you love trains, you can go and get love spoons. Train Sim World 5 Cardiff City Network route add-on will release on the 18th of March. That is not very far away. Today's date is what, the 7th? So not far at all. For Xbone, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Epic Games Store and Steam. It will be £29.99, €35.99 or $39.99 US. So in Australia, 60-ish, probably. You can catch the preview stream on Wednesday, the 12th of March. Well, there you go. So we've got a little bit of news about the F network, which is cool. I'm actually kind of looking forward to this one because I enjoyed my time cruising around Wales, and it'll be nice to revisit some of these spots that I went. So it doesn't go to much of what I went to, but it goes to a little bit. So we'll see. Should be fun. Alrighty, enjoy yourselves. See you later. Bye.
we played a game.